Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Executive Replicas Coffin Comics Legacy Series, Hellwitch. Now before we get into it here, let's first take a look-see at both the front and the back of the packaging. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now before we get into the meat and taters of this review, Hellwitch does come with a pair of Kung Fu grip hands. And can I also say they have the appropriate hinge that goes up and down on both hands there. So that is awesome. The Lady Death figure did not have that initially, so I'm very happy to see that here. And for those Kung Fu grip hands, she comes with this cool translucent green fire sword, which would have been cool to get some kind of effect for this, but it kind of already is an effect in and of itself, so that is pretty cool. And last but certainly not least, especially if you're a pervert such as myself, she comes with a pair of naked boobies. And I don't know if you see my thumb, internet, but you can't flag this video because I'm censoring it. Because I know one of you guys out there is lame and would probably do that, right? But setting that off to the side, let's take a closer look at quite possibly the sexiest figure I've looked at on this channel all year. Albeit with a minor QC issue, which we will get into in just a moment here. But she does also have some wings that peg onto the back. They're ball jointed. They move around a little bit there. It kind of pops off on this side, but not terrible. It's fine. And she, of course, has the magnetic chest plate here, so you can take off her armored top. And if I bring her behind camera, because I'm not stupid enough to do this on camera, we can put on her naked boobies, which, again, see my thumbs, internet? You can't flag me because I'm censoring it. But at any rate, I know somebody out there is going to want to see that. But unless you're in the cloth, you ain't getting the picture I took of her with that chest piece on. And for those of you wondering, if you're in the cloth, you'll know. You will know. So, putting her clothes back on here. As far as articulation on good old Hellwitch is concerned, she has a double ball peg in the head. Kind of hindered due to the wings and everything, which, can I just say, NECA, what's wrong with you? Because these are pretty decent-sized wings, and they're just connected with a ball joint. And look, they're not flopping all over the place. Amazing. Much like the Venom I looked at last week from that 2-pack with Mill. But her head is on a double ball peg, as I said before. Wings are on a ball peg, as I said before. Her shoulders hinge out to the side. They go back down. They're a little hard to get down all the way, but you can do it. You can rotate forward and back here. She does have a swivel at the elbow, as well as a hinge. Which, is that facing the right way? I think it is. I want to make sure these are facing the right way. I don't want to muck anything up here. No, it seems to me like everything's in order. I think. Unless this is backwards. Is it backwards? Is this backwards? I don't know. I can't tell. It's a hard edge there. Maybe this is backwards. Let me see. It's just kind of a hard edge. Okay, you know what? I think my lower arm is on backwards. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yes, I think that's how it's supposed to be. Alright. It's a little bit looser that way too, so I think that's the correct way, and it's not two of the same piece. I don't think. I think it was just backwards. That said, her wrists do rotate and have a hinge. Works quite well. She's got really expressive kind of claw hands, or aggressive turn your head and cough hands. Oh yeah! You know I was going there. Don't act like you didn't see it coming from a mile away. But she does have the claws going on. So she can rip you in two while she's flashing you with her, well, they're covered now, but she could be flashing you while she's ripping you to shreds. She does have a diaphragm joint, but I don't want to mess with that too much because I don't want to loosen it up, but it works pretty well for the most part. And if you want to see a close-up of this, and you just take this off, there's a big old magnet in there and a little tab. That's what she said. That goes in the little hole on the top. And I will say, this chest piece is a little bit more solid than the other one, but it could just be warped or something. I don't know. Can't confirm nor deny that at this point in time. Her hips can kick forward, back, out to the side, back down. She's got a thigh cut. It works pretty well. She's got a double knee. That works pretty well. A little bit loose. I would have liked this to have been a little tighter because Lady Death was really solid. But definitely better than the Tarna figure we got from Executive Replicas earlier this year. That thing was a floppy mess. I had to replace it twice. But as far as the feet are concerned, she does have a rocker and a hinge. Works quite well. She does have peg holes at the bottom of the feet, but she does not come with a stand, though she could use one. But I will tell you, one of her legs isn't quite as loose as the other because it is straight up glued. I rotate this around here. This is straight up glued. I cannot move this lower leg at all. And I had Mr. Brian, aka my dad, aka the old man, go in there with the X-Acto and the heat and the acetone and everything. And nothing. It will not budge. It will not budge at all. It does not work. It is a fail. So Coffin Comics, being the cool people they are sending me a replacement leg, hopefully from the hip down, because I do believe we'll be able to heat this hip up, pop it off this ball here, because it's a kind of a dumbbell shaped joint, a barbell joint going through the crotch there. If you're familiar with Marvel Legends, it's basically built the same way. And we'll be able to pop the new leg on, and everything will be hunky-dory with this figure. So, not going to disqualify her from the top 10, even though she does have an issue. It's an issue that didn't take much time to fix, and I didn't have to replace the whole figure to do it. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, the new leg will be good, and we'll be able to display Hellwitch proudly alongside Lady Death. That said, until then, I am more than likely gonna put her back in the box for safekeeping, just because the wings are a little bit fragile feeling. They feel a little bit on the fragile side, if you can hear that. Here's like feels like a shell, like a plastic shell. That said, cake rating for this figure, I'm going to give her a 20 out of 10. That is a tightly clenched buttocks there. And a chesticle rating, I'm going to give her a 20 out of 10 for that as well. She's definitely got some form to her. This is not your 5-year-old's Shriek Body Marvel Legends figure. That's for darn sure, but let's not get it twisted. The Shriek Body mold is probably the best thing that happened to female Marvel characters in the Legends line since, I don't know, the Angela figure. Still one of the best Legends, even though it's got pins. I'm just saying, pinless isn't the end-all be-all, but it does help. And this figure is also pinless, so if you're into that, she's got that going on too. But with that being said, I quite like this figure quite a bit. She looks like she popped straight off a Black Sabbath / Cradle of Filth album cover, and I'm all about that. And I also happen to be a pervert at heart, so, you know, maybe that's why I'm into this. Call me a gross pig, but what do you expect from a straight man in 2022? I don't know exactly, but hopefully not much, right? Well, with that being said, let's now move on and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is Hellwitch alongside the only other figure we've already gotten in this Coffin Comics Legacy series from the fine folks over at Executive Replicas and Loose Collector. Lady Death, one of my top figures for 2021, I must say. Not sure if Hellwitch will follow in her footsteps because, well, 2022 has been a very competitive year for a lot of independent toy companies out there, but never say never. She could land a spot in the top 10 or top whatever I decide to do because, well, like I said, there's a lot of really good stuff coming out this year. And then we also have the only Marvel Legend I feel is worthy to compare to these two, Angela from the, I want to say Titus Build-A-Figure wave, which was a Guardians of the Galaxy wave. And I'm still a little bit bummed out we won't be getting a more traditional looking Angela from the Todd Father anytime soon because, well, he doesn't own her anymore. Marvel does. And at the moment, Marvel isn't doing crap with a really awesome character. Instead, they're giving us a terrible She-Hulk series. So take that for what you will. But I think Hellwitch looks cool next to these two femme fatales. What do you guys think? And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legions for the Mandibulus. Living Spawn, who as usual, towers over everyone. And unlike yours truly, good old Al Simmons here knows how to keep it in his pants. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and the minor quality control issue with my particular figure aside, I do actually quite like good old Hellwitch here and think she is a very nice addition to the Coffin Comics Legacy series, joining the ranks of Lady Death and hopefully La Muerta and another lovely lady whose name escapes me at the moment. But with that being said, if you're a pervert like me or if you're into these comics, then this is a definite must-have for you. I think this is a pretty well done figure, albeit again with the quality control issue with my particular figure aside. I think this is definitely a step in the right direction, not only for the Coffin Comics Legacy series, but executive replicas in general, because, well, I never reviewed her, but the Tarna figure they did a while ago, yeesh. And if you guys want me to review that, please let me know. I do have it sitting here, and I just haven't had the heart to review it because, well, if you want to talk top disappointing figures of the year, that one could fit the bill. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you're so inclined, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. And if you haven't already, please hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. Especially when I can't show naked boobies on a video without getting flagged. I mean, is this a free country or ain't it? And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.